Can you describe the role of strategy within the framework of the strategic mindset and intent? So, how do you use
Okay.
that in the day to
The
day with
strategy
keeping those
will
things in mind?
strategy is a roadmap. Is a list of actions we take to translate the mindset intent into the action plan, into how the thoughts will become reality. You create all the systems, you create who will do what and how we will do this. This is how to do it.
Mhm.
The strategy is how to do your mindset and your intent. The strategic intent, and that will become kind of strategy as an overarching. Now we have the goals. Now we do this is my 5 year strategy, and how it will continue. There is a constant uh, the connection between the mindset as well as the strategy as well as the intent. The three forces are interacting simultaneously all the time because overall environment is changing. That means
Mhm.
how to make how to make things, how the things are changing around you, how the CEO is seeing uh, change in the business environment, change in the competition, how it is impacting everything. This is a constant interplay between the three forces. The strategy is where everything comes together. Everything comes together. How do we allocate the resources? How much investments to make? This is where everything will come together.
Yeah. And what would you say if you're sitting down today and you've done the background of strategic mindset and strategic intent? What are the key components involved in actually sitting down and developing that strategy in the boardroom?
We may start with what is the purpose of the company and the vision. That comes from intent. So how it seamlessly transferring into the beginning of the strategy starts with where is the end of intent? What is the purpose of my company and the vision of my company? Then we try to get, okay, what is the reality around it? Can we check how is the situation? How is the SWOT analysis? How the pestles? How is the Michael Porter's five forces analysis? Now we are putting the overall technical part of making a strategy around the thoughts and the intent and the visions we have. After we have done this, we will set objectives based on where we are in the market, how big is the market is, how the TAM, SAM, SOM are, the overall demand, because now we're looking at allocating capital. How are we going to do that? All those things are written down and the matrix are drawn. This is a heavy quantitative work in the beginning before we get to that point. After we do that, we say, okay, now these are these are the markets we're going to enter. In every market, these are the segments we're going to enter. This is how we're going to create a segment specific strategy, the plan and the tactics. Then we come to what should be the structure. Many times I have seen company will start thinking of structure before they come to this point. The structure will follow after the strategy is formed. If you look
Yeah.
at the sequencing, it's a mindset, intent. Now we are putting all the quantitatives just to do the verification of is everything I'm thinking is correct. It will stand the test of time and test of math. And then we're doing capital allocation. Now we have a plan. Now we see who should be executing. That's where comes our structure. Along with structure comes what are the tactics we need to translate this strategy into actions and outcome. This is a whole lot of things. This is not a work you do like the once a year or twice a year.
Mhm.
This is every 2 months company should have a meeting about the strategy. How are we doing? We have to hold ourselves accountable to our own plans.
Yeah. Accountability is, I think, the most important part sometimes.
Yes, and you have seen around people actually shy away from accountability. It's very easy to make plans. I mean, I won't say it's very easy to make plan. You can rather easier than actually
Mhm.
creating action plans and actually executing it. The whole crux comes in the execution of it. The whole success of a strategy will actually rest on how do we execute. In execution, we have to have a right kind of structure, a right kind of people, we get the right seats and the right people. Time to time, we have to evaluate, are these seats still right seats? If these seats have changed, do we have to change people? And what type of people? That has to correspond how the business environment has changed. That's why it is a constant interplay between the three forces: intent, mindset, and the strategy. It's a constant interplay. Otherwise, companies will not succeed.